election night that held its own fair share of disappointments and surprises, your vote appears to have held up in Urian Armagh. What's your thoughts on the evening?
Well, for a start off, my vote was never an issue because I put my name into the hat at the last minute. I didn't even print a leaflet. So my vote was never going to be an issue. But thankfully, I held the vote that I had got and actually increased it. Now, that's for doing nothing. The reason I was standing was to stand against Sinn Féin IRA, because as the DUP and the Unionists, if they're truthful, they will admit, and I have spoken to them, and they know that a lot of their voters agree with what I say and what I do. As far as my vote, and Conor Murphy seemed to try to make a point out of that last night, I'll say this to Conor. Conor, you should be more concerned, and I think you are, about my 658 votes, or whatever it was, than the DUP and the Unions, because we ain't going anywhere. But the fact that I got that vote, and I also know that a large section of the people who vote Unionist and vote DUP actually agree with what I say and what I do. But it's the old thing of the training of the Unionist people that you have to vote for one party or the other. So I'm quite happy. You look at the Unionist vote right across the board, it's down. In a situation where we have a count last night where we had the sniper in it, and we had bombers, we had mass murderers, and this is just in one count. You put it all together, like you probably could have rounded up all the terrorists in Northern Ireland that have carried out this last 30 odd years of butchery.
South Armagh bore out a number of interesting results. The Ulster Unionist Party appears to have retaken prominence in unionism. On the other side, the dissident threat, both in Urian Armagh and also across the country, both militarily on the day and also electorally, doesn't appear to have materialised. You have your own thoughts on that?
Well, how many times have we got to say this? And I'll put this to our parties, but the dissidents were working hand in hand with Sinn Féin. They were just another arm of the objective of United Ireland. And until there are people waking up to that fact, we're going to continue down this road of putting these scum into government, because that's all they are. You know, people staring at me last night who had killed people, you know, the fact that I was standing staring at them seemed to annoy them. But they could stand shoulder to shoulder with the DUP and with the Unionist politicians. Now, I understand politics is politics, and that's why I've never actually become or got involved in a political party, because I couldn't stomach that. The dissidents and Sinn Féin IRA are working hand in hand. One is the political wing carrying out the political objectives of a terrorist organisation. The other, which is supposed to be the so-called dissidents, which we know for a fact there was a number of were in there last night, and especially a senior one who was down within the intelligence service as being a member of the dissidents. Now, he was in there at the count with Sinn Féin last night. How more proof do they need that these people are working hand in hand? You look at the vote. You know, we have the dissidents who are very strong in South Armagh, no matter what our parties tell us or what the security minister tells you, because I would just look at the statistics, and with the statistics I mean, how many police cars does it take to drive around South Armagh? You know, it's not a half a dozen men that's stopping the police from throwing South Armagh. It's not a half a dozen men that's planting bombs at their leisure and shooting up towns. It is quite a number of people who's involved in that. And they're involved because they have the support of the IRA, they have their weapons belonging to the IRA, their explosive belonging to the IRA, and they are the IRA. Now, I'll stand over that, and I'll debate that with anybody. Let it be Sinn Féin, or the leader of the DUP, or the leader of the Unionist Party. The Justice Minister, there's no point talking to him because he doesn't know who the IRA are. You know, like when you take in this area that I actually got more votes than the Alliance Party, it shows you how much the Alliance Party actually knows or involved in areas like this. Unfortunately, and he was a civil fella, I spoke to him last night, the Alliance, he was a civil enough fella. This is not personal. This is reality. This is the truth being told.
On what many commentators have called a very disappointing night for unionism, and its particularly its leaders, you have concluded that unionism has lost the fight, that the only fight they appear to be engaged in is a fight amongst each other. What would your solution be?
What we need, and this mightn't go down too well, but what we need is a party that is in your face, a party that is taking on Sinn Féin, and I don't mean just simply in the Stormont or in the Westminster elections. We need a party that's prepared to take these people on justice and equality and human rights, you name it. We need people who will actually be in their face and say, well, hold on a minute, you talk about equality, you talk about human rights, you talk about justice. Well, what about justice for the people in the minibus in Kingsmill? What about justice for people in the Gospel Hall in Darkley? They talk about justice and nobody challenges them. We need a party that's prepared to stand up there and be in their face and say, hold on a minute, what right have you got to talk about human rights? You've more than maimed in this country for this last 35 to 40 years, and indeed, going back from partition first took place, and even way back before that, these people butchered within this area, and we need a party countrywide. Now, I know people say we've got Jim Allister, and Jim, yes, is a good man, and he's genuine, and he's got good people around him, but we need people who are not nice. Basically, we need people that are prepared to stand up and stand toe to toe with killers, and it takes a different type of person to do that. Them people that are staying at home want to see that, and that's why the unionist vote is going down the hill. No other reason. It's going down the hill because Paisley got to where he got on the backs of people who took a stand for what was right. That's the only reason the DUP got where they were. They could have got there for no other way except on the backs of people who were prepared to take a stand against terrorists, not lie in bed with them.